Hello guys, welcome to Ashley Lancelot Show. Today is the Pathfinder 2 core rulebook, Ancestral or Race. We're going to go look over Elves. I'm going to read a couple of them. Now, it's not going to be as long as the Dwarf ones. I think kind of went a little overboard on it. Just going to be a refresher review for it. This is going to be page 38 to page 40. I read a couple of these and stuff and what they're really good for. And I see a lot of people play like Elven spellcasters. Not much of a fighter, but they're pretty good in a fighter if you know how to use them, because they're mostly for dexterity purposes. They're very good monks, and I would say they're very good fighters as well. Barbarian, that really depends on your roles. If you're using ability points, really matters what you put on your ability points, and that matter of fact as well. Let's start. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share as well. As an ancient people, elves have seen great change and have the perspective that can come only from watching for the arc of history. After leaving the world in ancient times, they return to a changed land, and they still struggle to reclaim their ancestral homes, most notably from terrible demons that have invaded parts of their land. Some, the elves are objects of awe, graceful and beautiful, with immense talents and knowledge. Among themselves, however, elves place far more importance on personal freedom than on living up to their ideals. Let's see here. Elves combine otherworldly grace, sharp intelligence, and mystery charm in a way that is practically magnetic to members of other ancestries. They are often fortuitously intelligently, though their studies devolve into a level of detail that both shorter-lived peoples find excessive or ineffective, infinite value in kindness and beauty. Elves are strive to improve their manners, appearance, and culture. Basically, you know what elves are. They're basically the know-what-alls that we all know, better for the people. Some are good for nature, some are like the drow that live underground. A lot of them, have very different type of art and weapon crafting than the dwarves. They always do butt heads a lot of times. A lot of them do live in the woods. They do have they used to build a lot of kingdoms, but a lot of them did fail in a lot of the history and the Greyhawks, the Forgotten Realm, and on the Pathfinder. They go over bounds of knowledge and their own ignorance, and basically engulfed, and a lot of Kingdom Fall due to that as well. This year, you might carefully accurate your relationship with people with shorter lifespan. Either keep a careful emotional distance or resigning yourself to outliving them. Well, as a lot of elves do live thousands of years, and a lot of times they like to be amongst with each other. But some elves are emotional, some elves are not. A lot of spellcasters aren't. A lot of them, they don't care as long as they do their quota. What they need to be more want more results for it. But you have like other ones that is more keen to others as well. There's a lot of half elves, letting you guys know. A lot of them are due to multiple things. I might get monetized. I'm not going to talk about it as much, but if you guys do, put down in the comments. Adopt socialize to obscure interests simply for the sake of mastering them. Having features such as eye color, skin, more hair, or mannerism that reflects the environment in which you live. Others probably focus on your appearance, either admiring your grace to treating you as if you're physically fragile. Assuming you practice archery, cast spell, fight demons, and have perfected one or more fine arts. Hello, Ashley. What?
Ghosty when editing.
Or either you privately look down on them, or feeling like you condescending in a loaf. Physical description: generally taller than humans. Elves possess a fragile grace by long features and sharply pointed ears. The eyes are wide and almond shape. I'm not going to read what they really look like. You can actually look through that as well. See, they reach adulthood around the age of 20. Until the passing of the first century, only once they experienced war, held several occupations, and outlived a generation of shorter-lived people. Typically, elves can live to around 600 years old. There are a lot of elves that live 600 or more. Like I said, they can live for 1,000 or more years. Elves are basically, depending on what game you play, considered to have a fate, ancestries, and so forth as well. Society. Elven culture is deep, rich, and on the decline. Society peaked millennia ago, long before they fled the world to escape a great calamity. They've since returned, but rebuilding is no easy task. Their inborn, patient, and intellectual curiosity make elves excellent sage, philosophers, and wizards, and their societies are built upon their inherent sense of wonder and knowledge. Of an artist's displays their deep appreciation of beauty, and elven cities are wondrous works of art. Elves hold deeply seated ideas of individualism, allowing each elf to explore multiple occupations before alighting on a particular pursuit or passion that suits her best. So there's no her or he on it, then so whatever. Alignment and religion. Those are often emotional, and yet they hold high ideals close to their hearts. As such, many are chaotic good. They prefer deities who share their loves of all things mystic, and artistic. Deja and Sheldon are particular favorites. The former for her sense of wonder, and the latter for her appreciation of artistry. Calistral is the most notorious of elven deities, as she represents many of the elves idea taken to the extreme. I am not going to go over the names. I gotta tell you sample names: Ariel, Aramanero, Cadedrio, Dalara, Funra. That's some of them heritage. These are different bloodlines for it, but I'm not going to read much of it. I'm going to go for the bonus on the side right here. You can use these basically like basic NPC stats. You want to do it. They got 6 HP, medium size, 30 feet, ability boosters, dexterity, intelligence, and they're free. I think a free ability for you to pick. Ability flaws: constitution, language, common, common, elven. Traits: elfin, humanoid, and they have low light vision. Unless you're a dark elf, you have dark vision for that. Matter of fact. As the Arctic elf, you do well in the frozen north and have gained incredible resilience against cold environment. Grants you cold resistance equal to half your level. You treat environmental cold effect as if they were one step less extreme. You Arctic elf, if you want to have a little cold resistance or something. As a matter of fact, where you're from. There's a cavern elf. You were born or spent many years underground tunnels or cavern where light is scarce. You gain dark vision. I think getting cavern elf is basically dark elf in Pathfinder. Letting you guys know that as well. Seer elf, you have an inborn ability to detect and understand magical phenomenon. You can cast a detect magic cantrip, an arcane innate spell at will. Cantrip is heightened to a level equal to half your level. Brought it up. It will be a seer. So for that, whisper elf, your ears are finely tuned, able to detect even the slightest whisper of sound. As long as you can hear normally, you can use a seek action to sense undetected creature in a 60-foot cone. Instead of a 30-foot cone, you gain a +2 circumstance bonus to locate undetected creature. Very good for a rogue elf. A woodland elf, you're adapted to life in the forest or deep jungle, and you have to climb trees. You use foliage to your advantage. When climbing tree, finds other foliage, you move at half your speed on success and at full speed on a critical success. So basically good for a ranger type elf for that as well. Ancestral feat. You pick one of these every 4 levels. On the 4, then you get a 5th, 9th, 13th, 17th, and so forth as well. Ancestral longevity prerequisite: you gotta be at least 100 years old. You have accumulated a vast array of living knowledge over the years during your daily preparation. You can reflect upon all your life experience to gain a trained proficiency rank in one skill of your choice. There's elven lore. You study a traditional elven art, learning about arcane magic in the world around you, and gain the trained proficiency rank in arcane and knowledge. If you would automatically become trained in one of those skills. There's elven weapon familiarity, your favorite bows and other elegant weapon. You are trained with longbow, composite bow, long swords, rapiers, short bows, and composite short bows. Usually, what I remember, they always tuned to rapiers, but looks like they expanded that dramatically. That's pretty good. Forlorn, watching a friend age and die fills you with moreness, protects you against harmful emotion. You gain a +6% bonus saving throw against emotional effects. Probably if you want to get a lot of DM, sometimes do get more into the character's backstory, and the players like that as well. Probably very good for that for an elf. And, you know, you always can make it into like the Vulcan elf Pathfinder if you guys really want. Nimble elf, your muscles are tightly honed. Your speed increased by 5. Good for a rogue or a ranger or a monk. Barbarian is also good too as well. Otherworldly magic, your elven magic manifests as a simple arcane spell. Even if you aren't firmly trained in magic, choose one cantrip from the arcane spell list in 307. So it's good if you're not be a spellcaster, but you like to have that one cantrip, especially like a rogue. It'll be very useful if you know what to use. Unwavering main, your magic control and meditation allows you to resist external influence upon your consciousness. Whenever you are affected by a mental effect that lasts at least 2 rounds, you can reduce the duration by 1 round. It's good if you're like a fighter. You don't have that much for your will save. I will say that as well. Ageless patience. You work at a pace born from longevity that enhances your toughness. You can voluntarily spend twice as much time as normal on perception check to gain a +2% bonus to that check again. You also don't treat a natural one as worse than usually on these checks. You get a critical failure only if you result in 10 lower than the DC. Good for a rogue. Elven weapon elegance. Prerequisite is elven weapon familiarity. You tune your weapon of your elf ancestry with ER particularly deadly when using them. Whenever you're critically hit using an elf weapon or one of the weapon listed in elven weapon familiarity, you apply the weapon critical specialization effect. Fighter, I would say, or paladin. This elf step, you move in a graceful dance, and if you step on our board, you step 5 feet twice. So a lot of things you can do mix around with these with a lot of the classes. Just letting you know as well. Expert longevity. You continue to refine the knowledge or skill you gain through your life. When you choose a skill in which to become trained with ancestral longevity, you can also choose a skill in which you are already trained and become an expert in that skill. Because that's pretty much universal. Universal longevity, you prefer their ability to keep up with all skills you learned over your long life, so you're almost never truly untrained at a skill. You reflect on your life experience, train the skills you select with elven longevity and expert longevity. Elven weapon expertise. You just get more bonuses for that. And there you go to the gnomes. Let's see here what we have. Some miss. So there's your bonuses. They removed dark. They didn't actually move dark vision. They actually removed a lot of stuff that you can't do anymore. Like I remember that you can actually see secret doors. I think that's like 3.5 in 5th edition now. Yeah, Pathfinder has had to switch a lot for it with 3.5 in 5th edition. I think they took a lot of stuff and using a lot of the racial feet to replace a lot of things as well to make your elves more unique. They want to make your race more unique to your gaming experience, in my point of view. But let me know what you guys think. Subscribe, like, and share. Write down in the comments. Next week we'll go over Gnome. This Thursday we'll go over one of the monsters and the bestiaries. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, guys. Bye.